We begin our report with thunderstorms threatening more than 104 million Americans. The most severe storms are expected Monday into Tuesday morning. The biggest threat is that red area you see on your screen, which covers most of Virginia. Washington, D.C. is also on alert. Federal employees were asked to go home early. Storms mean bad news for some people trying to make their flights. The FAA has had to reroute planes. More than 6,500 flights were delayed. Another 1,400 canceled Monday. Here's CBS News correspondent Meg Oliver with more on the damage we're already seeing.
Ominous warnings of an approaching tornado sounded in Flatwoods, Kentucky today. Severe thunderstorms packing violent winds stretched across the South, ripping branches off trees in Tennessee.
This is really bad.
Downtown Parkersburg, West Virginia turned into a flood zone brought on by heavy afternoon rain. The storm system pushed through the Midwest this weekend with reports of nearly a dozen tornadoes, including one in Christian County, Illinois, shredding roofs and damaging power lines. From California to Texas to Florida, about 100 million are under heat alerts. Omar Villafranca is in Johnson County, Texas.
The baking triple-digit heat here in north and central Texas has also turned parts of the state into a tinderbox. This wildfire has burned more than 1,300 acres. And for crews, working in this heat is dangerous. Parts of godly Texas look like hell on earth. Firefighters are urged to take cooling breaks as needed.
They may only be able to work for 15 minutes before they have to go cool off.
Back here in the Northeast, the wet weather forced the FAA to reroute planes around the storms heading to the East Coast, causing delays in airports including New York, D.C., and Atlanta.
We all have stuff to do tomorrow. Now we can't. So.
Meg Oliver joins us now from Reading, Pennsylvania. Meg, I know your camera got drenched, so hopefully you can stay with us. But tell us what the weather's like right now.
Man, Jeff, you missed it. About 15 minutes ago, the storm system just blasted through here, and it was dramatic. Heavy rain, lots of lightning and thunder, and strong gusts of wind, which could reach up to about 75 miles per hour as this system roars across the region. Now we still have some light drizzle behind me as this system has moved out of Reading, but it is packing a punch.
Yeah,
Jeff?
and how are these storms affecting the power grid?
Yeah, it's really stressing the power grid. Right now, we know that more than 500,000 customers are without power across the South and the Mid-Atlantic. But every time I check that number, it continues to climb. So we can expect that number to grow throughout the evening. There are at least a dozen states that are under tornado watches tonight, including here in southeast Pennsylvania. So this storm is just beginning. We're just starting to see some of the damage that it's leaving behind in its wake.
Okay, Meg Oliver, saw you Saturday morning. Now I see you Monday night. Thank you very much. More on this severe weather and where it's headed next. Here's meteorologist Chris Warren from our partners at the Weather Channel.
More damaging storms expected with an ongoing severe weather outbreak currently unfolding across the Northeast all the way down to the South. This is what is expected through time. Storms eventually working offshore late tonight or even the overnight hours in the Northeast, and the potential for these storms to bring so much heavy rain that there is going to be some flash flooding that exists through tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow in the South, the severe weather threat going from here down to here. Tonight it's here down to here. For tomorrow throughout parts of Florida, southern Alabama, southern Georgia. This is how it plays out on the radar. If this future radar is correct, it gives you a pretty good idea of how things are going to work out here. Early afternoon in Alabama, working through southern Georgia during the evening and nighttime hours. And once again, this heat is relentless across a lot of the southern U.S., the southern plains, and a lot of the Gulf Coast. For more in-depth coverage, watch the Weather Channel on cable and now live on your favorite TV streaming device.
Chris Warren, thank you very much.